It seems these days you can't get away from news of how much damage plastic has been doing to us all these years. We really went from scrubbing our faces with face wash made with microbead technology to finding out that we could possibly have 7 grams of microplastics in our brains, which when converted to party drug measurements is about $700 of music festival fairy dust at the current market rate. Microplastics have been found everywhere. It's in your filet of fish, it's in your tap water, it's in the rain. But that doesn't mean we should keep subjecting ourselves to it. Harm mitigation is always better than nothing, and who knows, maybe our bodies are able to get rid of the plastics in our system if only we gave them a chance to. So as requested, here are some plastic alternatives to some of your most common kitchen tools and disposables. Let's get started. Ziplocs. Now, these bags are pretty incredible. They are washable and reusable, but they also do things that your regular sandwich bag could never. Some of these are even oven safe up to 450 degrees. I haven't cooked in them yet, but I'm pretty excited to try it. They also come in various shapes and sizes, with some laying flat and others being able to stand on their own. They have a particular personal interest to me as being a reusable sous vide bag alternative, which if you've ever cooked with sous vide, you know how much single-use plastic can be used in the process. Bringing this back to a more sustainable and healthy way of cooking is a huge plus for me. The drawback to them is that they are insanely expensive compared to single-use disposable bags. Sure, they are reusable, but a 1-gallon bag could cost up to $30. The fact that a 120 count pack of gallon freezer bags could cost $11 means you will have to use this thing 360 times before you start to break even for the cost, and that is just one bag. Never mind having to buy other sizes and shapes to suit your needs. They also absorb strong odors and stains, so if you're storing some leftover chana masala in a bag, be ready to only use that for strong smelling foods. It might, however, be better not so much to see these as bags, but as foldable, more storage-friendly, plastic-free Tupperware, as they do everything reusable storage containers do, but in a more drawer-friendly format. They can go anywhere that a non-plastic food storage container can go, be it the oven, the freezer, the fridge, the pantry, wherever, making them more versatile than even the nicest plastic container options. Tupperware. Speaking of Tupperware, food storage containers, whether they be the branded Tupperware or a cleaned out yogurt container, is a huge source of plastic in many kitchens. For me, glass has been the go-to alternative material here as it is non-reactive and non-staining, which is its main strength against the silicone alternatives. Some of them have different features, like these with vacuum sealing lids that alleges that it keeps food fresher and you can speed up things that are marinating in them. The glass bottoms are oven and microwave safe, but regardless of what any manufacturer says, I never put any plastic in the microwave and ignore them if they say otherwise. These lids, by the way, are entirely plastic and silicone. This other brand called Any Day is totally void of plastic, unlike the lids for the Zwilling Fresh and Safe containers, and they are made entirely of glass, silicone, and microwave-friendly metal. And these in their entirety can be used to cook whatever is in it, whether it be in the oven or in the microwave. In fact, these things have little vents at the top of the lids that allow for anything in here to be steamed in the microwave. It's pretty cool. Kitchen tools. After that bombshell report on black plastic kitchen utensils containing immense amounts of toxic flame retardants, people are finally realizing that using plastic on our pots and pans might be better for our nonstick surfaces, but are terrible for our health. But the solution happens to come in much better quality utensils anyway. Stainless steel and silicone utensils are still my go-to. Silicone still stains and absorbs strong odors, but are unmatched when using them on delicate nonstick pans of any kind. While stainless steel should be your go-to on any tougher surface like cast iron or steel pans. Wood is a runner-up material, being the tried and true non-toxic and gentle utensil, but the fact that they're not dishwasher safe when the previous two usually are give it a disadvantage. This brings us to another point. Try to find utensils that are purely one material. Silicone utensils that are silicone throughout can usually be tossed in your dishwasher and have less of a chance of falling apart. Steel utensils can take a beating and should be fine with any kind of cleaning, but mixed material utensils are more delicate and not really worth the trouble. So even though this is silicone and this is stainless steel, they both have wood handles, which means they are not dishwasher safe. And that is extremely annoying. Meanwhile, these two silicone materials are also made of stainless steel, meaning both of these are dishwasher safe. This one's even removable with replaceable heads. Cutting boards. I don't have plastic cutting boards to use as examples here. I refused to use them for a long time. It just seemed like a no-brainer when it comes to keeping plastic out of your body. The best alternatives are always going to be wood and rubber. Neither are dishwasher safe, and I was going to mention these Epicurean boards, breaking my heart, but after doing some research, it seems that these are made of a composite of paper, fiber, and resin, which means these are not technically or actually plastic free. I guess I could use this as a shelf. Preventing yourself from ingesting plastic doesn't stop at cooking and storing food, but also what you're using to wash your tools with as well. Though I'm always a proponent of using the dishwasher whenever possible, since it has been proven time and time again to be the most sustainable method of washing dishes, there are some things that still need to be washed by hand. And for that, I turn to natural wood fibers like bamboo for tougher cast iron pans, coconut fiber brushes for everyday and non-stick pans, and coarse coconut fiber brushes for washing my fruits and vegetables with. And yes, you should be scrubbing your fruits and vegetables. Fruits. I said fruits. Now, across the board, you're going to find all these alternatives will probably end up being much more expensive than their plastic counterparts. And there is a reason for that. Cheapness and affordability is a feature of plastic. It is embedded into our industrial process, and we have built an entire manufacturing infrastructure to cater to it. There's no getting around it, but at least with the tools, if you see beyond the name brand and look for the things that matter like silicone coverage and dishwasher compatibility, you can find some perfectly good non-branded options for quite a bit cheaper than the branded tools. And this goes for stainless steel tools as well. Just make sure you're getting steel and not aluminum. Oh, and a special mention to all the folks into fitness. They do make stainless steel shaker bottles now. It seemed insane to me that a metal whisking ball was scraping inside of a plastic cup, and how that was ever considered a healthy lifestyle tool is way beyond me. But I have this one, and it is insulated. And there is a whisking screen on top. It's still plastic, but at least it's not shaking up and scratching the inside of the bottle. Bonus, again, the bottle is insulated, so it keeps things pretty cold. And that's it for this video. I hope you found it useful. I'll tag the product options in the description below. But as always, buying local and supporting your local small business is always better. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.